When people talk about World War II, they usually forget the sky. Because up there, every second decided who lived and who didn't. So German fighter pilots ruled the air, and no one could stop them. Until one American pilot refused to fly by their rules. His name was Chuck Yeager, and he flew with instinct, not fear. He wasn't invincible. He was just willing to risk everything. Every mission pushed him closer to the edge of human limits.
What he did next, no pilot had ever done before.
And the world almost never learned how close he came to death. Stay with me. This is the true story of the pilot who conquered the skies.
The sun barely touched the horizon, yet the sky already burned with tension. Young American pilots readied their planes, hearts pounding with fear and courage. Each one carried more than metal and fuel. They carried the hopes of a nation. Today, the sky would decide who lived, who died, and who would become legend, who would rise above the chaos. In a dimly lit room, maps sprawled across the table. Captain Turner outlined the mission. Voices whispered with tension. Every decision carried lives. Chuck Yeager listened, mind sharp, pulse steady. He knew the dangers the maps didn't show, the unknown in the skies. One wrong maneuver could mean death. The weight of duty pressed down, yet courage burned brighter than fear. Engines roared as the fighters lifted into the cold morning sky. The world below blurred as adrenaline surged. Chuck gripped the controls, every muscle tense. Smoke and clouds danced around them, a battlefield unseen yet deadly. The enemy could strike at any moment. Courage wasn't the absence of fear. It was action in spite of it. The first dogfight awaited. A shadow appeared on the horizon, the enemy. Heartbeats synced with engine hums. Chuck's instincts took over. Maneuvers were fluid, almost instinctual. Bullets streaked across the sky, tracer lines cutting through clouds. Fear and excitement collided, but he held the line. Today, survival was courage, and courage was duty. Every maneuver could be the difference between life and death and history. Silence followed the chaos. Smoke rose from distant wreckage as the surviving pilots regrouped. Chuck gazed over the horizon, the weight of victory heavy yet fleeting. Each life lost left a shadow, each maneuver a testament to bravery. America's skies were won this day, not by luck, but by courage, skill, and an unwavering heart. Legends are forged in moments like these. Back on the carrier, voices rose with determination. Captain Turner inspired the squadron, reminding them what they fought for. Chuck felt the weight of history on his shoulders. Every decision could save lives or seal fate. Courage wasn't just flying, it was leading. Hearts raced, minds focused. Together, they prepared to face the next wave, knowing the skies demanded everything. Dark clouds swallowed the horizon. Engines roared as the squadron plunged into the storm. Rain lashed against canopies. Wind tore at wings. Chuck's heart pounded with control fear. The sky was no longer a battlefield. It was a challenge of skill and survival. Every maneuver demanded precision. Every second tested courage. Victory felt distant, yet within reach. Tracer rounds cut the sky, the enemy striking with deadly precision. Chuck twisted, dived, and rose, each motion a heartbeat of life. Around him, comrades danced with danger, engines screaming. The roar of battle was deafening, yet amidst the chaos, courage prevailed. Survival demanded focus. Patriotism demanded action. Each maneuver could tip the scales of history. A sudden explosion rocked the formation. Chuck's plane dove, skimming the clouds, narrowly avoiding destruction. Heart hammering. He felt the thin line between life and death. Around him, allies regrouped, battered but unbroken. The sky was a crucible, testing skill, courage, and resolve. Every heartbeat was proof that bravery could defy the impossible, and the fight for freedom endured. The smoke cleared. Enemy planes scattered, victory hard-earned. Chuck exhaled, chest rising and falling. The sky quiet for a heartbeat. Each life lost, each maneuver executed, etched into memory. America's skies have been defended, legends born. The weight of duty met the pride of accomplishment. And as the sun broke through clouds, hope soared alongside freedom, fearless and eternal. Darkness fell over the battlefield. Shadows stretched across the clouds, hiding both danger and opportunity. Chuck guided his plane through the night, senses heightened. Every flicker in the sky could be enemy fire. Fatigue gnawed at him, but patriotism pushed forward. Courage was now instinct. Every heartbeat a silent vow to protect freedom in the skies above. Suddenly, tracers ignited the darkness. Enemy fighters attacked from above and below. Chuck twisted, rolled, and climbed with razor-sharp precision. Around him, the squadron fought desperately. Fear was present, but bravery stronger. Every maneuver could tip the battle. Every second could decide history. He knew that victory wasn't just survival. It was a duty to the nation. Chuck dove into the chaos, bullets slicing the air. His mind moved faster than the engines, decisions precise. Around him, comrades relied on his courage. The nation relied on their victory. Patriotism burned in every gesture. Determination etched in every line of his face. In the sky, fear was transformed into purpose, and purpose into legend. Outnumbered and battered, Chuck's plane surged through enemy lines. Every enemy in sight, every maneuver critical. Sweat and adrenaline blurred vision, yet resolve sharpened. Each life in the squadron depended on his skill. Patriotism became more than feeling. It became action. And in the skies of danger, courage wrote its own story, daring all who witnessed it to remember. The enemy faltered. Smoke and fire marked their retreat. Chuck exhaled, chest heaving, eyes scanning the horizon. The squadron regrouped, battered but victorious. Every maneuver, every risk, had carried them to this moment. Freedom had been defended, courage celebrated. The sky was silent for a heartbeat, honoring those who risked everything for country, comrades, and legacy. Dawn broke as the pilots returned to base. Exhaustion mixed with pride, relief with reverence. Chuck stepped from the cockpit, the weight of duty still heavy on shoulders, yet heart soaring. Each life preserved, each victory earned, etched in memory. Patriotism wasn't a flag. It was courage, action, and sacrifice. Today, legends were born in the sky. Amid cheers, silence lingered for those who didn't return. Chuck placed a hand over his heart, eyes closing briefly. Patriotism is stitched with loss, bravery measured by sacrifice. Every comrade lost was a reminder that freedom has a price. The sky they fought for remained vast and free, a tribute to courage that refused to bow. Stories of that day traveled far and wide. Chuck's maneuvers became lessons, his courage a standard. Young pilots studied every angle, every decision. Patriotism lived in action, not words. Legends are more than history. They are inspiration, echoing across generations. And in the skies above, the echoes of bravery never faded. Years later, Chuck's final flight traced the same sky he once battled. Clouds rolled gently beneath. Winds whispered through propellers. Reflection replaced adrenaline. Pride replaced fear. Every maneuver told a story. Every horizon a memory. Patriotism endured. Courage remembered. The sky carried history, honor, and freedom, bound together by those willing to risk everything above the clouds. And so, Chuck Yeager's name soared beyond the clouds. Every young pilot inspired. Every citizen reminded of courage. The skies he conquered were free, not by chance, but by determination, skill, and heart. Legends aren't just remembered. They live in every daring flight, every act of bravery, every heartbeat that refuses to surrender. And his story will never fade. The skies have told their story, bravery has been remembered, and legends live forever. If you want to witness more true USA war stories, uncover courage, sacrifice, and history in every flight, subscribe now and hit the bell icon. Don't miss a single story where heroes soar, battles are remembered, and history comes alive.